Hello, beautiful diamonds of light. It is your girl, Diamond of Light. And y'all, I'm up here. I'm gonna do some work. I'm gonna do some artwork today. Okay, I hadn't did anything in a few days, so I said, let me do a little bit of painting. Let me get into this a little bit. Cause I've been kind of contemplating on how I'm gonna do this background, and then I still got some touch ups and stuff to do, and I still got to do something up here. But I think I came up with a solution how I'm gonna do my background. I think I'm gonna use like, even though it's gonna be like grassy, like I think I'm gonna use like this a technique. I think I'm gonna use a technique. I think I'm gonna use a technique with something. So I don't know. I'm just gonna go for it to get the painting done because this been taking too long, and we need to break this spell. We need to break this. We need to go ahead and break this spell work, and that's y'all. I told y'all I be trying to drink me some like electrolytes, like coconut water. This is real H3O right here, and I've been making smoothies lately. Never mind how I look. My baby just brought me back this from the store on his lunch break. So, um, yeah. I said, let me get some art done today. Just trying to better take care of myself. Just, you know, I might have to go. Oh, no. Don't play with me. Just trying to put this white inside this box. So it's like, it has a lot to do with it. I speak all this well for each and every one of you all. What is the day? Today is, man, what is the day? What's the day, y'all? Oh, I don't know what the day. Oh, I think the day. Oh, it's Monday. The day Monday. The day Sunday. No, the day Saturday. Y'all know why I'm confused. Cause my baby daddy's had to go out today. He usually at home working, but he had to go out. Go to a he had to go travel a little bit today. You know, for so it's like he not here. So I'm like lost. Cause usually people go to work on a weekday, and he having to work on a Saturday, which is cool. For now anyway. So it's just me and my baby girl. She over there on the computer, and I'm doing my art. She's a techie by heart like her daddy. These kids are intelligent, man. These kids.
I really need the robot.
What? What are you talking about?
You know what my favorite Bloxy fruit?
If it ain't a real fruit, I don't want to eat it. I don't care about no robot fruit. Eat some real fruit. Tell me what that is. What's your favorite real fruit?
Banana.
I don't know.
I really just want sound or phoenix or any strong thing.
Let me see if anything I've got to speak on, y'all. Ooh, that coconut water hit my stomach.
Yeah, he's a. Just a.
Yeah, I don't know. Growing up and for the longest when I was growing, I hated coconuts. Like, I don't like the little pieces. I'm not finna eat any coconut pieces, coconut candy. And I was like, I don't like the taste of coconut. And then I drank water years ago with him. He was like, it don't taste the same. So I started with the flavored coconut. I let him try this pineapple coconut water, right? I was like, oh, this don't taste bad. And then I was like, okay, that don't taste bad. Okay. So I did that.
Sky Island.
And then I started liking, coconut water. I'm like, shoot. But I like the young coconut water. That's sweeter. That's that sweet, sweet, sweet.
Not too low.
I like it sweet. I'm gonna drink it. Stand up sometimes. I guess I can drop the canvas. I can drop the ledge. I mean the easel. I'm trying the canvas. Hold on, I'm gonna ask to get no paint on that. Let me drop the easel. There we go. Kid. Oh, don't drop it though. God dang, kid. What you doing, girl? There we go. That's better. Okay, now, what? I don't need to get it. I thought I locked. I locked the bottom. There we go. Oh yeah, my day been pretty good so far. It's been a chillax Saturday. Usually Saturdays we on the go. Then we go out and do things. But you know, I'm in the house, so I make the best of it. I said, why not be creative? Why not work on my piece? See what I can get done, and do a little video. See what comes through. Okay. How do I get this coconut water? I still feel a little tired. I had to get my energy drink. I know we all got our battles, so that's one thing. Okay, let's see. Let me flip this. Y'all can tell last I ain't touched it since last time because it's still flipped upside down. So let me flip it right side up. And as I do that, excuse me, I gotta clear out this little area right here. All the eraser stuff so it won't stick to the canvas. Okay. Press it down. Now. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and paint that back there like the sky. Well, I seen that sky blue. Yeah, sky blue. Oh. I guess I want to paint my finger blue. Oh, yeah. I was up late last night. I've been up late lately. Like, and it's not by force. It's not that I'm up because honestly, I've always been a type of person to be up at night. And I don't get it because I wasn't born at night, but I've always been a night person. I've always been. I would stay up. I'll stay up. I probably could stay up with no sleep, but I ain't did that in a long time. And then I was doing that before I ever tried drugs back in the days. Usually, they say drugs keep you up, certain type of drugs keep you up. But it ain't even got nothing to do with that. I just stay up. I don't know what it is. It's like always been a thing for me, even when I was young. Before I even started drinking, which I don't drink that no more, but before I even started doing anything, like I've just been a night owl. I don't know. Maybe it's just part of who I am. It's like you can hear better. It's more quiet. You can think clearer. I think you can hear God better over in the night. You know what I'm saying? It's less energy because people sleeping for the most part around where you at. Of course you got different people woke in different parts of the world, so energy is forever going. And then I think it's just meant more quiet. It's something about I think I'm up so I can receive. Even though we see downloads and stuff from the sun or whatever. Think about it, okay? So here we go. This is what I'm getting. So you know how they like solar panels, right? So when the solar panels sit out all day in the sun, right, they still can give you power operate at night. So I think that's something like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you more powered up at night or you just as powered at night or something. So I think it's more for me to connect more, like I said, more quiet I can hear and Sometimes at nighttime is when I receive my messages. Um, More at night than I do it during the day. I see them during the day too, but I also receive a lot of shit a lot at night when it's quiet. You know, a lot of things, especially pertaining to me. Um, Even I notice like even meditating, I switch the time. Sometimes I meditate at day, sometimes I meditate at night. It depends on because I like to. Sometimes I like to meditate at night, and then too, all the noise, the chatter, and all the energy work that's sent my way, and then also I be up too to combat spell work that's been done during witch hours and stuff. So I be doing alchemy too. I be up, but a lot of times, good bit of times I be up alchemizing spiritual attacks, doing what I've got to do. Meditation, that's all I got to do. Sometimes I just got to lay down a lot of energies to protect me and work for me. That's it. I don't got to do a whole lot of stuff. I mean, that's why I say, yeah, counter magic, all that other stuff. Yeah, that's all good and dandy. You can do that. But I always say, if you just be patient and allow the energies to work for you, it'll work exactly how it should. I don't even do counter magic when it comes to money and stuff like that. I've tried that shit before. That shit backfired. I'll tell you what I know. You end up, I don't care if you know how to do it or not. It's like they exchange the energy. That's why a lot of people that do money magic and stuff, and people that have witches and all the other stuff like that that's been doing magic to do it, you'll see they gotta make huge like sacrifices, like people and things and stuff, animals and stuff like that, just to obtain like Lord. If you wait on the divine and just put the energy work and self sacrifice and healing in, then and wait patiently on the divine and get it when it's divinely meant to you from all your hard work and effort. I mean, you ain't gotta worry about all that, and then it can't nobody take it from you. You saying, and then it'll be gifted and give it to you in a oof like never before. And then you can have peace and on your consciousness and peace on your heart. You won't have to be looking over your shoulder all the time. You know? You have to be living in the fear. You have to be looking for that karma to hit you, whatever the case. Because you're being righteous. Just wait on God. And then, because when you do that candle stuff, magic and stuff, yeah, you pulling energy, you willing something, you trying to get something to come to you through by something else instead of putting in the work and energetically earning it. See what I'm saying? It's all right to burn incense, but it's about your pure intentions too. Too, it depends on what people are doing. Like you can do, I guess you can burn candle and with pure intentions, just ask to come in the divine time, and it's about intent. Be careful of how you doing stuff and how you speaking things, how you wanting things, because the quicker you want it, it's a heavy price to pay. Because when you asking for something like that, not putting in the work, that's why a lot of people be out here sacrificing up other people for money and families be doing for insurance policy and stuff and energy harvest and like it was something I got the other day about I forgot. I don't want to say it was something that I was given a download trying to information I got the other day about energy and people. Was it population control? Don't let me go to thinking. If it's meant for to come back to me, it will. But it was something that was given to me that made a lot of sense of why certain things are the way they is. It ain't just about I don't know. I'm not gonna make it that note. I don't work like that. I don't operate like that. Whatever I'm giving. I run off of it now. If I can't make it make sense of what I've already said, I can't bring it back. I ain't gonna try to. I can't because if whatever I said was say how I was said and exactly how it's supposed to be. So I can't. So right now I'm trying to paint my little sky in the background of this landscape, whatever I'm gonna do back.
I can like to get back to it. The clouds. The clouds. So I can get
My bad, y'all. I'm focusing. 'Cause I'm in little spots, and then I'm just in my zone. That's how I get. And that little sound over there, my daughter playing. I don't know, it got me kind of harmed in. But yeah. Hold up, y'all. Let me go get my uptime, 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 uptime. Y'all looking like last night. I ain't even sleep in this shirt. I put this shirt on, but I still got on these pajama bottoms. Cause I ain't going nowhere. I'm chilling. Chilling. Like a villain. Yeah, that's why everybody want to make me a villain. I'm not. I'm a hero. A heron. That's what they call females. Whatever. I'll be back. All right, y'all. I got my uptime. Uptime, uptime. It's my little drink. My little drink is right. It's one of my addictions. That's one addiction I got, though. I'm telling you. Well, I do take my, like, I guess you can call that addiction too, because I'm never offended. Like, I do take, like, my own. I take it every day, though, because I have to. Because I have, like, this. So I do have a chronic back condition. It was accumulated from spell work, but the spell work was the cause me to have injuries. And then I think somebody was paid years ago. I injured my back in, excuse me, when I was 25 years old. I'm 40, I'll be 41 next month. I did it as a CNA. I was a CNA for 10 years. And it was this chick that came on our floor, y'all. When I tell y'all I never seen this chick in our building, on our floor, nothing. I feel like the supervisor that worked on our floor, I think at the time, she didn't like me. I think this was escalated from, or it was just she was hired or something to come on our floor. And I don't know when this chick asked for my help, because I help everybody, right? A lot of times I did work by myself. Other chicks wouldn't help me. And then when they little cliques went there, they'll come and get me. And I still help them. That's why I had to act. I always just been that type of person. And I love helping people. I used to love being a CNA, working in a nursing home. You know, that's part of like who I am, right? A lot of people that are like earth angels and stuff, like a lot of our jobs end up being something like with caring for people, like health or medical like field or something like that. Um anyway, I don't know. It was time for her to get help with her patient, and when she asked me for help, when it was time to pull the patient up, when we counted to three, she did not pull it off, and I messed my back up. Then I kept re-injuring it, and over the years I kept working up until I had my last daughter, and I ain't really worked since I had her. I've been fortunate enough to not having to go back in no buildings, and well, I did one time when we first lived in North Carolina. We moved there, and I went back to trying to do it again. And I thought I was going to assisted living, and I guess because they thought because I was young and in shape, which I always been pretty much in shape, but my back was injured. They had one floor that was like total care, and that ain't what I signed up for. And they put me on that floor, despite when I told them about my condition. And they didn't care, so I had to quit doing it. I was like, mm-mm. So I didn't go back because I had to have injections in my spine. They were talking about surgery. So over the years, what happened was I ended up having to, like, somebody did spell work on my bone. Like, a lot of stuff been done to me, like, for real, on everything. Um, I have degenerative disc disease. I have scoliosis that formed in my lower L4, L5, and took going into my sternum. And also I have sciatica, so my nerve is running through pinching because my discs are deteriorated, along with my bones are deteriorated. And then I have
Mom, you help me with something?
It depends on what it is. All right, she just want me to help her with some hashtags. But anyway, yeah, I have the genesis. Okay, so scoliosis, sciatica. What else? Basically, and then it's somewhere in the middle of my back. Um, I always get in the middle of my back in this one part. I always get this tingling electrical feeling in the middle of my back. It feel like some type of device or something put in there. Now I think that's something to do with the government.
Let's see.
Like they don't went in my back and put something in my back because it's a weird feeling. Every time I get through, and then also I think too that could accumulate because somebody's putting voodoo pins in that area of my back.
Presents.
Okay, because I do be feeling that too. Y'all be doing it's so much that I experience. Anyway, of course they want to try to damage my back, whether it was through the government doing it, paying somebody, or something happened where they intentionally did sent this girl after me. Okay, and they was trying to injure my back, and also with the spell work and stuff to my first baby daddy mom and my family was putting on me. Like I've been up on the attack since I was young. Like I'm not making this up. Anyway, my back. I have a chronic back condition. So yeah, I do take a natural herb that I take. It's a leaf that I take every day. And I tell you that herb saved my life because I was on a lot of pain pills at one point. Yeah, I was addicted to pills at one time too, like Norx and stuff like that because all of the like I had them because they knew I had a chronic back condition. Like it ain't nothing just serious. So that's why I can't just go out there and go do some back breaking work and stuff like that. Now with painting and stuff like this, I can get up, I can squat, I just can't be lifting heavy stuff and doing nothing like over and over repetitively. Just now I can stand, even though standing for long period of times, because I don't do it on the regular, my legs, muscles gotta get used to it, but I don't really work out because I gotta find a proper way to learn how to work out without injuring myself. Because I've tried that a couple of times too, and every time I did. But I am gonna try something new. That I got coming to see can I get a little bit of workout in because I used to pride myself in working out, and that's the thing too. Like people put spell work on me because I'm gonna put my dang on Eva out here. People could spell over me because I used to be fit. I used to have muscle. Now I don't got them no more like that. Like I used to. It's crazy. I still got it a little bit, but it ain't. My arm used. I used to have two. I was not your natural female. I used to have two knots. Like it was like boop, one big ass knot to sit about that big, and then I had another little one forming on top of that. Like that's how. That's how ripped I used to be, and I used to my shoulders like was huge, and then and then I couldn't lay my triceps. My triceps was big, and I couldn't lay my arms flat, so I used to walk around like this. I just it was something I experienced in my life because when I was growing up, my mom did she was abusive. She beat on me. She was. Um, may she rest in peace. But she know I tell the story. She already know. I don't hold that against her. I've been forgave my mom for that. But either way, it paid off. Not paid off. She beat on me, but I started working out around fourth grade because one day my mom, this woman won't stop beating on me, and I said that I told this story before, but to those who hadn't seen that. So I used to work out. I pride myself in my health when I was in school. So I was an athlete. I was bulky. I was strong. I was not your I was super strong. Like that's one of my abilities to have. Like I had super strength. Like I was not your tip. Like I was highly strong for a female. Like it was crazy. It was crazy how strong I was. But and a lot of it went that I lift weights all my life. It was like for my own body weight. I used to do push ups and dips and crunches and pull ups and all that shit all the time. It's like uh, back in the day I used to do like before I went to school I do like 100 push ups. I do 100 crunches, 100 sit ups, 100 100 dips, like, and I do it when I go to bed at night. Then I do exercises and stuff in between. Now, I did play sports, so in I think my 11th grade year of basketball, our basketball coach made us take weight room to be able to play on the sports team because he said some of us need to be strong. I'm already strong, but I had to take weight room, and I honestly was out benching more than half of the boys in my weight room class. That's in 11th grade. And then
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just really, really strong. I was really, really bulky, and my people, my family, and other people envied that, so they put spell work on me.
Yeah.
They envied my physique. They envied that I was strong
Fine,
because
I'll talk to
that was a
you.
part of me that I had. Like I had to fight a lot of battles for me and my
Yeah.
sister too. We got picked on a lot because my mom was on drugs and stuff. So I did. I had to beat a lot of people up. Literally, I had to beat people up. I was undefeated. I was undefeated. I mostly fought dudes. I fought chicks too. It wasn't no competition, but I had to fight boys. You know, sometimes boys can be the meanest. They like to fuck with you the most. I mean, sometimes because they like you or whatever, but you know, especially when you get around in middle school. Now, when I got to high school, I ain't had to fight because by the time I got to high school, I had a name for myself, and even back then, they didn't want to fuck around and find out on that level. And like I said, I was super, super strong, like oddly strong, oddly cocky, oddly like yeah. So my aunt envy that I know, and then like even when I ran for the Junior Olympics and stuff, I got sick out of nowhere. My bones started deteriorating when I was in high school. Like the first thing that ever happened to my bone was when I had this odd stress fracture. Like my bones started deteriorating and stuff started happening to me in high school. So that and it made me think back to them like this. They've been targeting me. See what I'm saying? And also, don't drink milk. Don't drink cow milk. It is not good for us melanated people. It is not good for the bones. They tricked us into that. They did that to hurt our bones too. All right, it's all a lot of stuff by design. Okay. But anyway, I had that going for me. I value my physique, my strength. Like I was just different. Even back home, I was different. Then I wasn't your typical average female. I just was different. My light was different. My heart was different. My power was different. I always had this, you know. And at one point in time, I showed it was through my physical. So, but I was also intelligent, but I didn't always have the resources and the things I needed to learn in school and being in a problematic family at home. That hurt my that kind of hurt my learning abilities too. But how I knew I was smart because when I got in high school, the first semester of my ninth grade year, I was determined not to get in no trouble. But I already knew. But like I said, people weren't trying to mess with me by that time anyway. Because I had beat this girl up at high school on the high school grounds the year before I came to high school in front of everybody at the bus station. Because the middle school, the middle school kids used to have to ride the bus with the high school kids. We used to get picked up in middle school and then go pick up the high schoolers, and then the high schoolers had to ride with us. And it was a girl in middle school with me in my class. I ain't gonna throw no name. She didn't like me, so she thought she'd get her big sister to beat me up. And I beat the shit out of her big sister. Like I literally, I both flexed ass like 6 times. Like, and it took like 6 people to get me off her. It took like 2 security guards, the principal, a teacher, and like 2 bus drivers. That's just how much trouble. And they were gonna take me to jail because the principal like she was trying. People just thought I was a trained fighter, and I wasn't. It just come a lot of things just come natural to me. But I used to have them hands. I did. Oh, and that's just the old me. I don't fight no more. You know what I'm saying? I had to grow up, and now and that carried with me. I had to be. I used to be a very violent person, and that's no longer me. You know, and I'm so proud of my growth and how far I've came. Like I don't have to fight. Now energetically I fight, but that's me fighting my heart and I'm protected like I am because I'm a divine person and I'm not messed up. Even when I had to fight back in the days, I wouldn't go bully people and just pick on people and just fight people. It was like I had to defend myself. You know, all my sister, all my family. You know, but still back then, I'm no longer that person. You know, I'm not fit anymore because of my back condition. I know if I didn't have this back condition, I'd probably still be that fit. I'd still probably be that beast. But it's a lesson I had to learn too. It's a lesson God had to like, and that's why I was saying like how I know I was smart. I knew I was smart. Like I didn't have the resources and the help things we need growing up in school. And like I even failed 7th grade. I did. Because I was always in middle school. I stayed in trouble. I was fighting. I was in ISS. I was suspended. I just didn't care. I was just bad. I was bad. When I say I was bad, I was a terrible child. It's because my problems at home, because of abuse at home, because my family, the toxic ass family, and now nobody care about me. So a lot of things I did to get attention, and I had to fight a lot of battles because I got picked on a lot. Like I say, and because my mom was a crackhead town. Everybody knew my mom was a crackhead. So, anywho, I didn't have a lot of resources and books and stuff out there, even though they push you through elementary and school anyway. And then middle school, I got in trouble. I failed 7th grade, but my grandma, may she rest in power, my mama, we had ended up living with her this time. And she went to the school. I didn't know they had a program called the CARE program. And it was like I was able to take 7th and 8th grade at the same time so I can get in the right grade, because I was already a year behind because my birthday was late. Like, I think back then, like, you had, if your birthday was past November the 1st, you had to wait another year. I never did understand why they did that. Why they just wait till the end of the year? Like, it was crazy to me. So I had to wait a little. It was like me and 2 of my cousins, as far as my mom and her siblings. Like, my grandma and all her daughters had kids in that same year. Oddly weird. Confirmation, excuse me. It's like maybe they did that some type of ritualistic shit. I don't know how they did that, but anyway, I'm the youngest out of all us. Like, I had my cousin, one of my first cousins was born in June. My uncle was born in July, and then the other cousin was born in the same year as us. Her birthday was November, like the beginning of November. Mine's the middle of November. All right, but I was the last born out of all us. Now, I was the firstborn on my daddy's side. I was the firstborn grandchild. And I was my mama and my daddy's firstborn. So, but I wasn't the firstborn in my mama's side of the family as far as my grandma kids. All right, but it was crazy because all of them were pregnant the same damn year. And we all grew up together, but I was already a year behind. But my grandma, she came and they had a care program. She looked into it, and they put me in that care program. Now, the thing about the care program is I couldn't get in any trouble, and my grades had to be a C or above. I couldn't get in no fights. I couldn't get in, and it was kind of easy for me because we took all our classes, all our lessons in the same class. We kept the same teacher. I think we had like one class we went to, like gym or something, that we was able to go outside of camp class. But other than that, we had the same teacher, which that helped me out a lot because I didn't have to go amongst a lot of people. But this year that I got into it with that high schooler. But that was because it was the end of the school year, and her sister that was in my class didn't like me, and I had to be her big sister. Yeah, really bad. And when I got in high school, I was like, man, high school, I'm probably gonna be fighting all the time. They're getting trouble all the time. But then I happened to took gym my first semester, first period, my 9th grade year. And like I said, I'm kind of like naturally athletic. Like, I never really played sports. Like, we used to go to the Boys and Girls Club and dribble and shoot around. And I knew how to shoot and lay up and all that stuff. And it was a coach down there in the gym. He was like, "You going out for basketball?" I was like, "No, I'm not playing basketball. I'm not planning on playing no sports for no school." And so anyway, when it came for basketball tryouts, he came in. He was like, "You gonna go out there to?" They wanted me to go to the Boys and Girls basketball tryouts. I'm like, "I'm not going to try. I'm not playing sports." They're like, "But you're really good. You can dribble the ball. You lay up. You really good. Like, you can shoot. Like, you need to go out for the team." They just kept saying it. I'm like, "No." So it was time for the meeting upstairs for the varsity basketball team, girls basketball team, and the varsity girls basketball coach herself came down to the gym and was like, "I heard about you, da 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 da. We want you to come and try out for the team." And I was like, "I really can't," because at the time, like, I wouldn't be able to get back and forth to practices. I wouldn't be able to come to tryouts. None of that, because my family ain't gonna help me do that. Like, I can't. That's what I told this man. He was like, "Don't worry, just come up here, just come to the meeting, and come to the trials, and we'll worry about that from there. We'll get you to where you need to go." So I went up there. I went up there, and I went up there. I sit up there. I'm looking at these girls. I'm looking at them. And they all, the people that's already on the team, kind of, the boys and girls team, kind of like talking to me, gassing my head up and shit. So I went out. I went out to the, and I worked hard. I was excited. And I was like, oh, I'm going out for varsity girls basketball. And everybody let me realize that that's a big deal. Because I didn't know. I was like, it's a big deal. You made varsity your freshman year, girl. And so I was like, So I went out. I made the first cut. I made the second cut. And I made the girls' varsity basketball team. I was so excited. And I was so excited to tell my mom and my family. And needless to say, I didn't get any support, right? um, if it wasn't for other people, like the coach man, he was a wonderful man. His name was Walter Mayfield. I want to say that. I was excited. I was so proud. And then I felt that changed my outlook on my life. That changed. I felt like I had a future. And I was good. I was good at it. And then in that same year, I think when we used to, I think we had to run like the 40 yards or something like that, 40-yard dash, and I outran a lot of the boys in the gym class. And the track coach came to me. They wanted me to play. They wanted me to wrestle. They wanted me to play softball. But softball season and like wrestling, like there was a type of school where you couldn't do two sports at one time. Like you couldn't play softball because they some schools let you do that, but not the school I went to. I went to T.O.L High School. Thomas Lucas Tunnel. I went to T.L High School in Anderson, South Carolina. And so anyway, family got lost. Where was I? I made a team. I had dreams, I had hopes. Oh, like this is my way out. And I was so proud of myself. And oh yeah, they wanted me to play all the sports. Like we couldn't do two sports at one time. So even before I got pregnant my senior year, like no cap, like the varsity boys head coach came to me. The head coach over the whole football team, put it like that, came to me and asked me about going out and play football. Now, it was already one chick who had already played football for school. She was very good too. Oh my goodness, what's her name? I can't remember her name. She was good at basketball too. Like, but she was a senior. So she was I think she was a senior my freshman year, and but she just was her life too, right? And she ended up in the streets, and I guess I don't know what happened to that woman. Hope she's doing all right. I can't remember her name. And she was very good at sports too. You know, it happens to the best of us. I want to say she ended up getting pregnant too herself. Or she ended up going to jail or something, prison or something. Something happened. But anyway, they wanted me to play sports. They put a varsity basketball team my senior year, but I got pregnant. That fucked up everything for me. Every fucking thing. I got pregnant and had a baby just for them to take it from me. But it was all propaganda. Because my family made it hard for me. They did. My family ain't shit still to the day. That's why I don't fuck with nobody. And that's why I'm gonna call them out because they still messing with my life today. But they can't really mess with it, but they trying. All right, they trying. One of them still got my daughter, using my middle daughter against me. But that's okay. That's gonna work itself out. That's me. Definitely gonna get into that. But yeah, I was like, boy, I was like this athlete, and I went out for the Then the coach, the track coach came, wanted me to run track. I went up to the track team. Now I was like one of the fastest, but it was between me and another chick. But she was like first leg. I was fourth leg. Like we kind of, she beat me sometime, and I beat her sometime. Like, but most of the time she was pretty fast. Little skinny girl. She was fast. You know what I'm saying? Good time. She had a leg up on me, but it was like events that I did that she couldn't do. That she wasn't good at. But you know, it was between me and her. You know what I'm saying? So I would say I was one of the fastest girls on the track team. But I had a chance. I got to run in the Junior Olympics. I don't think she did that. No, she didn't run for the Junior Olympics. I don't think. Or did she? I think she did run. I don't know if she ran with me. I can't remember. Did she run it? It don't matter. I made it to the Junior Olympics, but my aunt made me get sick. She put something in my food or something. It made me sick the night before I had to go. And uh I still went, but I didn't get to perform well. I had to end up laying in a hotel. They really didn't know what was wrong with me. They tried to diagnose me with strep throat, but they really didn't find nothing wrong. So they was like, we're just going to say you had strep throat. But now I know what it was. It was spare word. Somebody poisoned me or something. They didn't run any blood tests or anything. They just did a swab and put my signs and symptoms and went off that. But I believe I was poisoned or it was some type of spell work. Now when I think about it. Even when I was 12 years old, my 11th birthday, I remember getting sick and having to get rushed to the hospital. The doctors asked my mama what was given to me. And my mom was like, nothing, I ain't giving nothing. And she was like, my mom was like, did you take something, kid? I didn't know, but my aunt and my mama was living together at the time. I never forget that. And she was doing my hair. I think she was trying to sacrifice me that night, but I couldn't be killed. Because I was like, I told my mama, lucky you got her here when you did, or she would have died. But I don't think I would have died because I probably should have died, but I couldn't die because I can't be killed like that. My family been trying to sacrifice me. But anyway, um, yeah, I was an athlete in high school. I mean, I had a lot going for me. And then my first baby daddy was planning in my life because they knew I was gonna leave them behind then. And even though I had my daughter and stuff, I still plan on going to school, and they made sure they stopped that. It was always props and all kind of stuff placed in my life, people, places, and things, situation. Now I can't blame everything on anybody because in the midst of my heartache and pain, everything I was going through, I got caught up in a lot of things I ain't had no business getting caught up in. If I would have never laid on my back, I went and got pregnant and so on and so on and so on. You know, I got to take accountability for my part and what I did and, you know, and my role to play in it, you know. I got to take accountability. It ain't all on everybody now. I have my role to play. You know, I'm never want to totally play the victim here. Because, but I will say this, lack of knowledge, lack of support, lack of, nobody showed me nothing. Like, nobody showed me nothing. I remember in sixth grade, and I'm going to share this when I was in sixth grade. My mama had told me, she was in and out my life, gone here and there. She was like, if you ever get the P word, I'm going to cut your stuff out, put it in a jar, and make you look at it, right? I didn't know what the P word was. She's telling me this when I'm in like third and fourth grade, mind you. I was abused. So I'm petrified. I used to be scared of my mom all the time. She look at me the wrong way. I was scared of her, like when she came around. But I wanted my mom around, but I was scared when she came around because she was in and out of my life. Like I say, she'd disappear and be going out in the streets on drugs, and we was thrown around the family and so on. So, anywho, I remember being in sixth grade, and as a little girl, you know, no, all these women in my family, my mom and her sisters, right? My mom wasn't around, but from my grandma to my mom, my sisters, them ones around was women. And when it was time for me to start my cycle, I didn't know nothing about it. Nothing. Nothing. And I'm as a woman today, I'm like, how can you be a aunt or a woman with little girls all around and not tell them about their ministry? You see what I'm saying? And so I had to grow up not knowing about it. Nobody never discussed. So when it came time for me, my teacher, I was in the bathroom. I'll never forget. My teacher came in there checking on me, and I was so mean to this teacher at first, but I really changed. I had a great outlook, a different outlet on that woman after she helped me that day. I was in the bathroom. She came in there. She asked me was all right, and I was scared because, like I said, my mama said if I ever get the P word, Cause I knew it was at least called that much. Called that much. I think that's the year we took sexual education. Yeah. And that I was gonna be in trouble. So I thought she was thinking I was, messing around. I ain't messing around then. I'm only in like 5th grade at this time. 6th grade at this time. I ain't no, was I? Yeah, that was the year I did though. I had to end up that was the same year I ended up having or maybe I did, because I remember at 11, that's when I had to lose my virginity just to feed me and my sister. My life been a damn fucking whole shit show. But anyway,
First, I
um,
was like,
I didn't know nothing about no cycle. Nobody told me about it, how we supposed to be, and that I ain't supposed to have it. I supposed to have it. Show me how to put on a feminine product. None of that. Lucky my teacher went through all that with me, and she was so there for me after that. And and I remember I was the first one out of all my cousins that were born the same year as me. Remember, and when I got home, matter of fact, I was staying with my aunt at the time. My mama jealous ass sister, and I remember everybody was laughing at me, calling me Big Red and stuff. And shortly after that, them little hickety dicks started theirs. But I was the first one out of all of us, even though I was the youngest out of all of us within that year. I was the first one that had to experience that. And I believe it was because what I already had to have to experience maybe that year. As far as before we went to live with my aunt, when my mama had disappeared. Um, we would have stayed with her before all that. I think that's when I had that experience within that year. As a matter of fact, when I'm thinking about it, yeah. So I probably why I was the first one that had to experience that, because I had to go through that. My body was already which most of the girls do start around that time, but shit, I still didn't know that. I didn't know nothing about none of that. I ain't got time. I ain't lack of guidance. Nobody didn't teach me nothing growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just like my life. You know, all these women around, but they trifling women. You know what I'm talking about? Trifling women. And all my grandma kids was on drugs. My aunt was messed up too. She was an alcoholic. She probably was on drugs. She just, I swear she did cocaine. She just had to get high. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time when I was on drugs and we went to her husband sister house to a cookout they had, and I remember him talking about, yeah, it was some snow in the road, and it was some snow in the road, and I put that whole roll of snow up my damn nose. Like, I don't know what they talking about. They all at the table talking about that stuff. I'm like, yeah, she be up looking crazy sometimes at night when she was coming over her daughter's house, and when I used to stay with her for a minute and stuff. So, they look, she did stuff. She always tried to look high her stuff, but she was a straight alcoholic, but she was a druggie too. Like, all my grandma kids was on drugs, some type of drugs. My aunt, my mama, baby sister was a crackhead. My uncle was a crackhead. My mama was a crackhead. My grandma was basically taking care of all her children kids except my aunt, that her oldest daughter. Cause she only had that one child for the longest that she had to send to. I don't know how that hoe went so long without having other kids. She was careful, but she ended up having one more. She ended up having one more. She ended up having a son. But cause I know she was off. Cause she used to be with so many different men all the time. That she had different men, different men, different men. That's all I seen the women, except I don't know about my other aunt, cause I went around her like that. But as far as men and stuff, I seen her with a few men, but I went around her like that. Even when we stayed with her, she was like one man. When I remember that time when we used to have to sleep with them rats.
Now.
Oh, boy. Boy. My life is so though. I didn't get raised right. I tell anybody I wasn't your typical little girl. I was scared to be a little girl. My mama made me scared of be a little girl. Because when we used to walk, we used to have to walk everywhere. And my mom used to always hit me in the back of my head and punch me and ask me what I walking funny for. Who?
Brown.
Girl, you. Yeah. What else? Hold on. I forgot what I was talking about because the girl asked me how to sleep. I didn't have any guidance. I didn't. And, oh yeah, I wasn't really a little girl because my mom used to like hit me so hard, rub me in the back of the head. That's what I'm walking funny for. And so I did. I started wearing my uncle clothes and all around him, wanting heavy clothes, dressing like a boy, bopping. That's what you call a tomboy. I was scared to be a little girl. I wouldn't play with Barbie dolls. My mama made me scared to be a little girl. I didn't know. I didn't know. And so I had this whole tough. I thought maybe she wanted a boy, maybe she wanted a son, maybe she didn't want girls, you know. And but she never did hit my sister, and she told me so. The reason why she hit my sister, cause my sister like a little skinny. She had a little body and a big head, like a bobblehead. That's what I used to call her. And so she took all her frustration and stuff out on me. So I was the one that was abused because I was the oldest too. But you know, we was only 16 months apart. But I had to grow up faster than my sister, like as far as mentally and emotionally and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that would trip me out. My sister, she's so funny. She'll tell my life story and make everybody think it's the stuff that happened to her, and it ain't. The stuff that she say be happening to her be my story, be what happened to me. She been telling everybody, and she done sat up there and told me to my face like the stuff that I know happened to me. She'll say it happened to her too. That was her story. I don't never got no reason to lie about nothing. You know what I'm saying? I know what I have. Not saying my sister ain't went through nothing. We both went through some stuff. We both had the same mama. We both daddies went there, you know. But she did get treated better than me. She was a light skinned one. I don't know if they had anything to do with it. I think it's just because I was the one. I was the chosen one. I was the black sheep. You know what I'm saying? I was the special one, and they knew it. But even when it comes to spirituality and stuff like that, my sister wasn't into that dang on stuff. She probably was playing around in magic and stuff, I think, with her little stinking boyfriend or whatever maybe. But I'm not sure, 'cause a lot of times they were homeless, but that don't mean nothing. But anyway, I had started in divination rooms and stuff back in 2012, and when they would come to live with me and stuff, my sister would see me meditating and see me on my spiritual. When I used to let them come and spend the night and stuff, she'd see me on my little spiritual journey. When we was in California, when we was here, started letting them come and spend the night. She see me on my little spiritual journey, and I told her like I'm thinking about getting me some tarot cards and start reading tarot. You know, not online and not just because I already had been playing in divination a little bit anyway, and I was already kind of, you know, not kind of psychic. And I always have seen things and new things. Like that's always been me ever since we were little. And I thought I did that, you know what I'm saying? She went and got her deck, and but for her it was about money. Anything she ever do is about making money. It's about surviving and making money and stuff. I ain't saying she ain't gifted or nothing like that, 'cause we all gifted, but my sister always like really wanted to be me. Like I get it, you know, big sister, little sister, but I think my sister wanted to be me. Like she was trying to destiny swap with me. Like steal my skin. I really think. Like my sister wasn't even doing music. I was the one that did music, and she started rapping. And she wasn't even a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like she was stealing my essence. Anything that I tried to do, she did. Even with her little logo thing, like that came from her stealing my idea that I shared with her. You know what I'm saying? Putting all her stuff on clothes and all that other stuff. Like anything I shared with her, her little boyfriend is steal. You know what I'm saying? You can't share shit with people. Can't let people know what you're gonna do. And I think the last time, to be honest, I think they doing something with my artwork, because I remember I had to use, when we was staying with them, we had came back here. I had to take my posts. I left my canvases in my little tubes, right? And I had to leave it in the house. So I'm gonna leave it in the car, because some say don't leave it in your car, because if y'all leave it in y'all car, they going because they knew I had all this artwork and stuff. They gonna get somebody to break in your car and steal your artwork, and then it's gonna look like somebody stole it. So at least if it's in a house and it come up missing, you'll know they did, and they really ain't gonna steal it. But what Spirit told me they did do is took all my art out and unraveled it and took pictures of it. So I've been picking up that they've been using my art and doing something with my art. And I know because I had to blow her out. That's what I cut her out after that, because she took one of my arts that I did. She said she got it off my website. That's what she said she got the picture from. I couldn't knock it because I was like, yeah, I do got my stuff on my website. She said she screenshotted off that, was still fucked up. And she flew my art on something to do with Doja Cat. What the fuck, bitch? Excuse me. Oh, for one thing, that little thing that was going on, if you send this, you'll get, she'll send you some money or something. Don't be trying to say that was spell. She was trying to do some type of ritual, spirit telling me. And I said, if you don't take that down, and like, I went in her inbox and asked her not to do that, to take it down. She was like, why? And then she had like, because she my family, she have access. I don't do that to your stuff. And then she even knew my social security number by heart. I don't know my social security number. How you even get my social security number? I ain't just had no reason to give her my social security number. You feel me? So my sister know my sister. When I was last over there, she called my social security number out to me by heart. Why though? Why you know my social security number? I don't know yours. I ain't never gave you my social security number. We ain't never had to do no paperwork together. None of that. So it has been when she lived with me a lot of times. Stuff that came up missing and stuff like that. So, she had to get something of mine, be in something mine, in something mine to get my social security number and then to memorize it by heart. If you remember my social security number by heart, that means you doing something with my fucking social security number. So that, and I'm telling you, I know they took pictures of my art when I was there. I know they did. And then one of my arts came up, my pieces came up missing. One of my pieces came up missing. I don't know what it is. I think they came up missing between um my baby daddy who I'm with now, between his mother house, cause I think she could have got it too to do some spell work, some more spell work on my stuff. All my sister them
That was practice too.
took that one, and that's the one that was missing. Somebody took it. Somebody took one of my pieces. One of my light language pieces things.
There. I told you this.
But yeah. I like that. And I'm just sharing, little journeys, little things. And it ain't nothing compared to what I really can get deeper in. I'm just kinda like all over the place. Sharing a little bit of my childhood, but not even details and stuff I had to go through. Because I know I had to go through a lot. But, my family always been not there. Like I said, we went for people at high school and coaches, and even when I was pregnant, I got pregnant. The school threw me 2 baby showers. You know what I'm saying? Like, they helped me get my housing. They helped me furnish my stuff. They helped me with the school because I was an athlete, and they was just trying to help me because I was well known. I threw my life away when I got knocked up. But like I say, these people, paid my baby daddy, and my baby daddy was planning into my life because they knew I was gonna go off to college then and do something in my life. And they had to keep me around and keep me low vibration so they can harvest my energies. Like, that was energy ciphering my daddy and people, and my mama and people was energy harvest off me, especially my mama, sister and sister. You know what I'm saying? Energy harvesting, the oldest one. Along with my daddy and mama, I didn't even know they was doing the stuff that they was doing to me, but now it makes sense why my pictures was missing in the house, and all my grandma grandkids other pictures was up there, but my baby pictures and stuff. And my grandma then was the only one that had baby pictures of me. My mama, daddy, my daddy, mama. And then I would go over there when I got older, and I was like, where my pictures at? But the twin pictures up there. My uncle Popcorn. Yeah, I said his name. Because it ain't his real name anyway. His daughter's pictures up there. You see what I'm saying? Like, why they up there? But where my pictures? Where the pictures of me at? My pictures disappeared though. My baby pictures. My picture, only picture my grandma had of me. It's they disappeared. She lied and say they were this, and that, and that. And then it all made sense now. It was they used them pictures to do spell work on me because they was energy harvesting and ciphering my energy, and been doing stuff to me since I was a child. And this the thing. I thought me and my grandma had a good relationship all these years. She been playing me like a fiddle. Like I'm her favorite grandchild. I'm the only one understand her. I don't pick up her abilities. Because, my grandma's supposed to be gifted and stuff, too. That's what made me knew that I went in, like, crazy. Because my grandma had visions, and she would tell me things, and I was like, oh, so that's where I get it from. But now I realize I got it from my mama, too. My mama was gifted. She was an earth angel. My grandma, she was, too, but I think she was some type of witch. My family, they all these Indians come and do this witch stuff and never trained me or showed me the way because they found out that I was the one that's chosen. I was the one that's really gifted. I was the one that's here to break the generation curses because, my grandma, her life pass number 4, right? She got a lot of karma that pay her. I guess that's how they go. Don't get it because you life pass number. I think because your life pass number got to do with what energetic, I think, work you have to continue to do. You know what I'm saying? to learn or whatever. That's what I feel. I could be wrong. Don't charge it to, you know what I'm saying? That's what I get. But my life path number 9. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking at something yesterday and was saying something about the pyramids. Back in the day, it was like 660, 600 and what they say, 666,666. Hold up, 666,000. Hold up. Well, I can't say. Okay, 666,666 trees. All right. That's how I mean, not trees, pyramid. I'm painting a tree. That's why I said tree. Pyramids, right? They said it was I mean the pyramids was a long time ago, and the guy was like, why was it that many 666,666 pyramids a long time ago, and now it's only like 1,000. She was like, because the number 666 equals up to the number 18, and the number 18 means life, right? And 81 is 9, but it's the number 18 specifically. Confirmation through harmonics is the birth. Excuse me, is the number representing life. So I was like, damn, that's crazy because my name, right? My name. No, I'm not sharing these things because can't nobody do it with me. My name, my first name has 6 letters. My middle name has 6 letters, and my last name has 6 letters. This is my maiden name. My mama name. That's 666, and that's 18. And not only that, like all of my birthday, my birth month, birthday, and year add up to 18, which is 9, right? But when you think about it, that's 18. My name is 18, which is 8 and 1 is 9. And my birthday is 18, which is 8 and 1 is 9. And if you even add up my name and my birthday together, that's 9 plus 9, which is 18, which go back to 9. So it's no coincidence that I have these numeric sequences with me. And on top of that, I don't mind sharing these things. On top of that, all of my daughters, I have 3 daughters. That's the number. And it's crazy because I was like 369 when you think about Nicholas Tesla and the number 369 and how that's the number of the universe and that's the cosmic number and stuff like. So 666 is my name, right? Which is 3 sixes. That's the number 3. It's 3 sixes. The number 6, which is 6, and then it adds up to 9. All right. So that's 369, which is associated with me. So the number 369 is also associated with me. And then also I have 3 daughters. Okay. All of my daughters. All of my daughters, like 2 of my daughters' birthday is on the 27th of a month. All right. And 27 is 9. My oldest daughter is on the 27th of the month. Let's add up to 9. My middle daughter is on the 27th of a month, which add up to 9. And my baby girl is on the 9th of a month. So that's 999. 9 times 3 is 36, 6, 7, 8, 9 again. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like everything. And then on top of that, me and my fiance, who I'm with, my baby dad, who I'm with now, we've been together 10 years. We met on the 27th of a month too. Now crazy too. Now my first baby daddy, his birthday month, his birthday on the 27th of the month, which is 9. All right. But me and my baby daddy now we met on the 27th of the month, which is 9. So and then it's like I forgot. I can't really correlate nothing to do with my first baby daddy. Maybe if I was to add, second baby daddy, maybe something to do with his birthday. I really don't care to count his. Anyway, they just come to whatever. Both of them applied in my life anyway. Hell, my third one could be with me too, but I don't know. He could really be my soulmate because with him, both of our mothers are Aquarius. He's in life path number 9. He's a Taurus. I'm a Scorpio. And it's crazy because it's just crazy. And then his birthday is like the 29th of a month, which is 11, which adds up to my birthday month, 11. You know what I'm saying? It's like things that's associated with us too. So it's like the things that do with me numerically and stuff is wow. You know what I'm saying? And then even when I look at my birth chart, It's like a certain type of number that add up somewhere on my birthday. It's like all threes. And those threes will add up to 9. I don't know if it's a. I forgot what part of that is, but it's like it's no coincidence. Like it's something to me, and I know my family know this. I know that the government know this. I know that. So it ain't like I'm hiding nothing, or the plan for my life been what it is, and I'm still here, and I got a purpose. I got something I'm here to do. All of us do, but it's just something to me. I think it's something to all of us. Don't get me. I'm not saying I'm no better or nothing than nobody else. I'm not trying to but it just is something to who I am, like on a whole nother energetic level. It's not no coincidence how my mama so happened to when our parents name us, it's like even our names have some meaning to it. It's no coincidence, even if it's a weird name, like the numbers add up, right? It's no coincidence. It's just it's not. It's no coincidence of why my why is that? Why do I got that like that? Anyway, why my name add up to that and my birthday. And like I say, the number 18th is the number of life here on this planet. It's the number of life in the universe. I mean, you see what I'm saying? It's the number of life. Period. So this, maybe I'm just really a essence of source creator. I am life itself. I embody that, like on a whole nother level. And maybe that's why I've been had to go through all the stuff I go through, and the hate so real and the attack so real, because soulfully, energetically, my life I've been up on a whole science experiment. A whole plot and a whole, agenda together. Yeah, it's crazy. My life ain't made no sense. But it made sense to me today though. I'm like, okay, whatever. And I embrace it now. I don't live in fear no more. I just whatever gonna happen. I'm not afraid to pass on either, because I know that my heart is pure and my mission done here. Whatever cause it may be done, it'll be done when it's done. And I'm not afraid to die. Because when I die, I really live. This is not the real me anyway. You know what I'm saying? Who I really am mathematically makes sense. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't, um, my heart in alignment. So yeah, I'm trying to work on this painting while I'm running my mouth, trying to entertain y'all with my life story. That I don't mind sharing. Hold up, the phone going dead though. Hold on. Yeah, like my life been crazy, and it ain't never really like made sense, because it's like I got so much potential, y'all, and I've always like been trying like to do stuff with my life and do things and opportunities. It's like every time it's like that, like something to come in and block it. Like something will take the energy that I was putting out for myself and taking it from me and placing it somewhere else. It's like no matter what I do, it's like I could never get ahead. And it's like I've always been this good person. Like I've never been messed up. I'm not where I am and who I am today because I have been. You see what I'm saying? I ain't perfect, but I've always been a wholesome person. I always put in a lot of hard work in everything I do, but it was always blocks and shit in my way, and it makes sense. Like my family, them and people was in the agenda and the government, everything, like the test on my life and everything, the spirit, like everything I've been up against energetically. Like it makes sense today, like, and it's still like I'm gonna have my breakthrough because I'm meant to, and I ain't giving up on me. And I always trust in God, and I always give God the glory, and I always give gratitude, and I always never, you know, I've never cursed God. I've questioned God, but I've never been like, and I've always prayed to God. And I've always told God, no matter what, I trust you. I know I'm gonna get through this. Like I've always knew I was gonna be able to get through whatever the fuck I was going through, and I always got through it. And I always dust myself up, and I always kept going. I always put in work. I always kept going. It's like one thing after another. Why you can't do it? It's like one brick wall after another. No matter what energy I did, no matter what I tried to do, no matter what how talented I was, how creative I was, or how hard I worked, what I put my mind to when we were going back to school. It's like every time I was close to accomplishing something, bam! You know what I'm saying? Something to come in and cipher it. But see, I was still low vibrating. I didn't know who I was during these times either. And I did let a lot of things consume me. And when they took my daughter from me, that's when they hit me hard. They thought me. Now, by design, my mom, I think, was put on drugs and stuff. I know she was an Earth Angel too. She was targeted. But they thought that the giving me this rough childhood and not being there for me and treating me like the black sheep and me going through all the real bullshit and pain that they couldn't break me as a child. They couldn't sacrifice me as a child because they tried. They tried. And it's like, so we need to put stuff in her past. We need to make things hard for her. You know what I'm saying? Even when I got pregnant at 15, it was like they put me in situations where they made it okay for us to sleep with boys, but then I got pregnant and give her a my aunt was like, my aunt told my mom, you need to give her an abortion. And they came up with the money to get me the abortion. I had to get an abortion when I was 15. I think that too was by design. Like, allow her to get pregnant. All right. It's okay for them to lay up, let boys spend the night while they go party and stuff on the weekend or whatever. They allowed this stuff. When I was with my mom, she let. I dated the same guy in high school for 3 years. He would be able to spend the night with me and shit. Like, it was just him I was talking to and stuff like that. And regardless, my mama allowed shit like that. My family didn't care about what we did. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, you know.
I was trying to say, yeah.
Except like when they act like they want, like they'll allow things to happen and then, but it's our fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like when I got pregnant, my aunt was like, told my mama, because her and my mom was staying together at the time too. How we staying with these two? And anyway, they made me get that abortion, and I think that was like, let her get pregnant so she can get an abortion so she can put that on her, like that karmic debt that I had to pay. You see what I'm saying? Even though they did, it's still my body, you know what I'm saying? So, and then me having to go through that mentally and emotionally, like it was to weaken me. Everything was by design to weaken me. And it's like, okay, she pregnant again, let her get pregnant again. Okay. I can't even say they paid my baby daddy coming into my life to get me pregnant. And get her pregnant, but we need you to be around no matter what, get her pregnant. You know, this on me, like I said, I was laying on my back, but nobody cared. Looking for love in all the wrong places, trying to find love in guys, you know what I'm saying? I already had to lose my virginity at 11, so, you know, my innocence already gone. Even though it took me a while to get to being intimate again. After that incident, it took me a while to be intimate again. But then I was in 8th grade, dating a high schooler. You know what I'm saying? Sneaking out of school. So, like, it was like so much stuff that I was doing and things like nobody cared, nobody watched us, this was like crazy, right? And then the doorways open always to be trying to be with boys and shit. You know what I'm saying? And when boys see you easy or you got family don't give forward, yeah, they're going to think, yeah, shit, why not? You know? But anyway, my first baby daddy, he was planning in my life to get me pregnant just to take my daughter from me so I can be going down that dark road. And that's what got me on drugs and alcohol. When they took my first daughter, I had her at 18. Come on now, I was still a child. They took her when I had just turned 21. Like, I was going to court before then, but they gave him that final custody right after my 21st birthday. That wasn't no coincidence either. You see what I'm saying? And I went to, like, during the joint custody within that year and all that other stuff, and them take me out for child support and all this other crazy stuff. I mean, and not having support from family and all that stuff, and, you know, then on top of that, I end up losing my housing and stuff, and it's just a lot of things happened. Then I end up going to Tennessee, and a lot of things happened. It's like I got so many storylines. I got so many situations. I can write a whole book on my childhood. I can write a whole book on my high school, what happened to me all through high school. I can write a whole book on what happened to, you know, on me from having my first daughter up until me moving to Tennessee. I can write a whole book on what happened to me in that ministry. You know what I'm saying? What happened to my me in that ministry and the relationship with my first husband, who I was forced to marry and everything. I can hold. I could, and I had started writing books on my life. It's like at one point in time to dig back in those memories, it was painful, and that was still fresh at the time. I was like, and I still had a like titles. I even had titles for the name of the books. And because one of my books was about this ministry I was in. It was. And was gonna be. And then the other one was about my life, my childhood and my life, what I was spending around. So I did start it in notebooks writing and stuff, but I just stopped because all the homelessness and transition and this and this and that, and you know. And then I was like, maybe one day I'll write books on my life again. But I just put all my energy into art and stuff like that, and hopefully I can maybe tell my story, get somebody to help me write it, or either maybe record it and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it around that because my stories need to be told, and my stories need to be told. All these different chapters of my life, all these different things that I had to overcome. Um, that I'm telling you, a lot of people wouldn't be able to withstand the stuff, and I'm just giving y'all little bits and pieces. Like y'all don't even like for real. Like the stuff I'm telling you don't even amount to the stuff I really experienced and went through into deep detail, like the terror, the or agony, the pain, and a lot of stuff I had to experience. A lot of things I like. Even writing the book would be hard for me because on top of the spell work that was done to me to make me forget a lot of things my family done did to me. They did spell work because things that done did for me, they did spell work for me to get on my memory and stuff. And on top of a lot of spell work not spell work, a lot of memory wiping devices that the government been doing over me on the years. On top of aliens, because I've had that experience too. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but it's very real. So a lot of they've been playing with my memory and stuff a lot, and then on top of that, I program myself to forget a lot too because all the trauma and the pain. It's like parts of my life. I'm like I don't even remember what happened. I don't even like. It's like parts of my life that I'm like what happened. What it's like, and I know it was from the spell word, the mind wipe, the mind wipe from them doing the experiment on me and all this other stuff. Cause I be having needles and holes and stuff in my arms and in my hands and all this stuff from. I even got scars on my body like from a couple of years back, and when we was in Glendale, I don't know, it's like still a scar here. I remember it was like, and it's still a little scar here, from like where I was cut on. It don't make sense. Like it's here still. And I remember that day I woke up, I could not walk on my leg, and it was a bruise there, and I know I didn't hit my leg. And then after that next day, the bruise was gone, and my leg was hurting for a whole day, and then the day after that it wasn't hurting no more. Maybe it was a little sore. It's like something went in my leg and did something. And it was a scar there. It was like the shape or something. It was a scar there, but it was like not a scar like it had a scab. It was like a scar, old scar tissue that had healed. And I was like, there had to be some type of technology that did that. Like I got things like that happen to my body. Like my life has been crazy, and now I mean it makes sense. It's got to be who I am, cause who I am on a soul level. That's why we get tested on. That's why they injure her. That's why they target some of us. Because I know who I am. I know I'm embodiment of source creator. I know I've been here since the beginning of time. I know that I'm ancient. Um, I know that I'm an ascended master. If you want to give that to, I know that I'm this high ranking divine being from the cosmos, from the universe, from the heavens, whatever you want to give it. Um, and they know it. And that's why I've been talking so much. But I'm also been kept too because of who I am. See what I'm saying? Because I have a mission to set out. And when you got a mission to set out, only you. And they know that. That's why they do all this. That's why they energy harvest. Sometimes they don't want you dead because you're so powerful and they can feed off your energy. And they can't sacrifice you. Like, they could have sacrificed you and took all your energy. Some people did try that. But they can't. So what they'll do is try to lower your vibration frequency so they can harness your energy, harness your destiny, hold your energy. But once you heal, like step in your power, like where I'm at today, now all they can do, because that's why it's heavy karma for whoever come up against me, because I am in alignment, I am healed, I am growing, I am divine. Like I know who I am today, and I stand in that, and I'm not doing anything to disobey my alignment with who I am, mind, body, soul, and spirit. Now I still got things to work on, but as far as my heart and my mind and things, what I'm driving, what I've overcame and stuff, and where I'm at soulfully, my heart and pure, and I'm not out here doing ruthless, reckless things. Yeah, I'm protected, and I'm continuing to be protected. And what's meant for me got to come to me now. And if there's heavy penalties moving forward with the energy to support me now, it's heavy penalties moving forward to whoever try to stop it. It just is. So that's why a lot of people they do they do not want some of us to realize who we are, but once we do, that's it. They can't mess with us like that no more. It's prices to pay, heavy prices. And then even if they know that, uh, even through by taking us out, even if we do go, it's because of our time, and we okay with going. Some of us are meant to go with a good cause, believe in impact on, but some of us are meant to be around a long time because it's something very important that we got to do here, and they can't interfere with it. For real, for real, they've been trying. I'm trying to do this technique. I don't know how this gonna turn out, but it is what it is. Try to use two different kind of colored greens here.
What? Food? Let me give you FOOD. This is the idiot. Publish.
Still not alright. I don't never know what I'm doing, y'all. I just take stuff and I go with the flow. I'm just using this. I don't even know really how to use it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just doing something with it. Shoot. I just got it to use it. So I'm here using it. Trying to do my
Is this an about makeup?
long grass area, my yard. But
Oh, makeup.
I'm gonna have to come in and
I just like this.
try to match these. Okay, I got so many different colored greens. I'm trying to use different colored greens in different segments so it won't blend in together. But I love getting up here, sharing my journey, and doing what I do, showing up for me, telling my story, being an inspiration to myself, and hoping to inspire others. Um, I do what I'm guided to do. I was guided to do this years ago, so I'm here doing it. And my life ain't been no cakewalk, and it still ain't today. But I give gratitude. I give gratitude every day because I know what I've overcame. I know what I've been through, and I'm grateful for where I'm at. I got a roof over my head. I do have one of my daughters in my life. I do have a wonderful man that's been by my side. I'm not gonna act like no matter what we go through, that man been here for me. I mean, I'm not gonna act like he ain't. He has. But he was playing my life now. He might not have been able to give me all I need. Like I ain't been able to get him all he needed because I was going through a lot of hurt. But he stood by my side he's been by my side while I've been able to heal and grow. That's why I say he ain't been, you can't. Even though he allowed me to be me. Even though, when I was drinking and stuff and all the other stuff, man, and I was going through a lot. And, when he met me, I wasn't on cocaine or nothing like that, but I had a pill addiction. I had a drinking addiction. You know what I'm saying? And he got his flaws too. He got things that he deal with. Both of us come from, broken homes. Uh, Even though his mama or whatever had money, he didn't grow up with that money. His brother did, but that's his story. So I ain't gonna tell that man like that. But he been here. He been here by my side. I've been by his too though. But he ain't been able to be as supportive as he need to do because he can all the way because he deal with his own stuff.
I haven't had lunch yet.
Okay.
So you fix me that leftover spaghetti.
I'm about to give it to you. What time is it anyway? It probably is lunch. Oh no, it's way past lunch time. Why you just telling me you hungry?
I forgot.
You weren't hungry then.
I am hungry.
You are now. Okay, let me pack this down right here. then okay, y'all, hold on. I'm gonna go fix her something to eat. It's way past lunchtime, but she ain't saying nothing about she was hungry. Hello. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I got her something to eat. Let me get back at this because I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna make me a pasta salad. Later. I love my pasta. It's my weakness. One of my weaknesses. I know it's not good to eat all that, but I'm gonna start trying to try pastas I made out of other things. I love pasta. I don't eat meat or nothing, so I'm doing good somewhere. And I've been picking up on my fruit and taking stuff. Damn, it dried up that fast. Damn. Put some more. Yeah. Yeah. My life has been amazing. Definitely interesting. It still is today, but yeah, I was saying like I really, he's been there for me in so many ways. In other ways he hadn't, but he can say the same thing about me. He can say the same thing about me. Because when I was going through a lot, it's like sometimes I be like wondering too, is he can treat me better. But I know also it's spell work, especially over the years I have grown and changed. It's like the way he treats me still, like it's like honestly like me being in a mindset when I met him and when I'm at, and a lower part of myself too. You know what I'm saying? It's like I feel like I don't want to say I settled, but I did. I always like settled because I was like, don't nobody want nobody like me. I always felt like I wasn't worthy to have nobody like. But and it's crazy because like even on my baby daddy, like they ain't thugs or nothing. Like even the guy that dated in high school, he was from like the suburbs. You know what I'm talking about? It wasn't none of the little boys around the hood. You know what I'm saying? Even the one that I was pregnant by from when I was 15, he was in trouble. He got in trouble and stuff in school a lot, but his family them stayed in the suburbs. You know what I'm talking about? But it's like they want to be thugs. That was like them the kind of like they hung out with you know They were still black boys, black men. So you said, the cause of the fact is the cause of the fact, no matter if they came from family or money or not. When you're black, you melanated, right? It all applies. Everything don't fly because you got money when it comes to certain things. Being successful. Okay, it sounds like a personal problem. Get that purple cord. You're not getting the white. No, you see, I'm using it. You don't want to tore up your other cord. There's nobody's fault but you. So just plug it up. Plug it up, Omni, and hush now. Fine. I never did like really, really, I got into like street stuff when I started hanging out in the streets, but then high school, like all my baby dogs, ain't none of them thugs. But like I said, it don't matter about whether they thugs or not. Like we all melanated people. Even in this world, we all have problems. We all have personality. Our homes wasn't the best. You know what I'm talking about? Our family wasn't the best. We was all in. Even if you got money or not, you still dysfunctional homes. A dysfunctional home still was a parent could have been missing or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Original parent or something like that or. That father was missing, that mother was missing, whatever the case, Um, yeah, you know, and it's like in a little part of myself when I met even who I've been with for 10 years, it's like I'm a different person. and I perceive things different. I look at things different, and I know today who I am and what I deserve. And I know he go through things too. And some people hold on to your past. Some people can't see past. Even when he met me 10 years ago, I'm not that Lakita he met 10 years ago. He knows I've changed. He knows I've healed. He know I put in a lot of work. But whatever he's been dealing with personally, you know, he still got his own life and things he deal with. Even though it was easy for him at one point in time to try to blame me, to why he treat me the way he treat me sometimes, whatever. It's like, it gets to a point that now I know, and I done did a lot of work, and I know I get it, but if you holding on to a past version of me, then I can't allow that to continue either. And then it's like, it's not even me. It's like, when it comes to him, it's like the spell work being done on him and his trauma and stuff that he had to deal with too, because he went through a lot, right? He's been through a lot himself. Maybe not as much as me, but we all, have some parents. He lost his, you know, people that really, really meant a lot to him when he was young. His dad, and his dad really wasn't really around, but he got to know him by the time him and his dad was established in this relationship. He passed away, and his grandma's dad, mom, and stuff like that. Like those people, he lost early. And I hadn't experienced nothing like that. You see what I'm saying? I just lost somebody close to me for the first time last year. You know what I'm saying? So that close. Like my grandma was my like real close, who I really, really cared about, which was my mom. No matter what my mom did or whatever, I always loved my mom. I always loved her no matter what. She would tell anybody that like Keita the only one that didn't give up on me and put up my stuff, and I know she loved me when nobody else did. You know, and she'll tell anybody I'm the one that treated her the worst. She said I treated her like shit. I treated her the worst, and she still always loved me unconditionally and put up my shit. And I've always been that type of person, but not no more. I'm not doing that anymore because today I love myself. My mama gone now. May she rest in peace. I'm not allowing people to disown me and discredit me and not be there for me like I deserve, and I'm giving it to them. You know what I'm saying? I know as far as my relationship, it's a lot of spell work been done on that shit. But if I feel like I deserve better and things don't get better, and I've changed and we ain't going to change together, I'm gonna have to step. Period. But it's just like he gave me a chance. He worked with me, gave me time to heal. But it's been 10 years. We gonna be healing together now. And if your life was so, I'm the worst thing that happened to you, and your life so messed up because of me, and I've grown and changed, and you still the same. Now that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Which I know it never had nothing to do with me all the way in the first place. It's like it's deeper. This is his own motherly, us toxic women, man. Us toxic. It comes with the toxic women now, because most of the time the women are what's raising the kids, whether it's your mother, your grandmother, your aunties, like all these toxic women, you know what I'm saying, melanated women and stuff, raising these kids, or call themselves not raising them, but being in these kids' life, and we don't know our way and shit. Like that shit stem from now. You know what I'm saying? And when a lot of men didn't have no men in the household, and then they don't value their mothers because their mother didn't give them no reason to value them or women. They don't know how to treat women, and especially a real woman, especially a divine being. Nobody know how to really appreciate and accept the divine being. They constantly want to destroy people like us because we are a prime example of divinity. Especially when we come into who we always been that way, but it was people trying to turn us into monsters that we went because there was really slick low demons and did a lot of stuff, especially our older relatives and stuff. Right. You know? But baby, I'm gonna let you know for real, the pressure only create the beautiful diamond of light over here all day, every motherfucking day, baby. Beast mode. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always show up to me, and I love myself, and I'm grateful. Now, would I do this all over again? No, but I am grateful for the things I've experienced. Like I know, like it's a reason why I've had to go through everything, especially in these times, and so much dark stuff has been done in this world, and some of the dark stuff that's been done in this world has been done to us individually. You know what I'm saying? In our lives, like some of us experienced a little bit of everything. Uh, molestation, rape, homelessness, abuse, drugs. Like we done been through the trenches and back.
Mom,
All kind of stuff. What, baby?
should you pick me a cup of smoothie?
You want some more smoothie?
Yeah.
Where your cup at you had?
Those in the sink.
Okay.
Got
Oh,
one.
y'all. Sheesh. All right, I'll come back. I'm fixing. Let me get this little part because I'm trying to get this part right here done. I'm struggling with it a little bit, and I gotta use this tip. Okay. Trying to kind of smooth it out. You know, some places it is. It's gonna be what it be. Okay, it's getting there. It's getting there, y'all. It's getting there. It's getting there. Like I say, this ain't my best. This ain't my best piece, but let me go fix my baby some smoothie. I made us a smoothie early, and I put some of it in the fridge. Let me fix her some, y'all. Hold on. Okay, even when I get through, when I finish like this grass area, I'm still gonna have to go and I'm gonna try to touch it up and precise some things and stuff like that. And then I gotta flip it upside down so I can get the bottom part too. But I'm gonna wait till I finish this top part. But yeah, um, I'm gonna finish this grass area what I'm doing, and then I'm gonna go and start my pasta salad. I be having to keep stopping, so I'll be forgetting where I'm at. So you know, you can be dealing with a lot of distractions and stuff. So yeah, my life has been something else. And, you know, once again, I give God the glory. I'm grateful for who I am. I know everything that I'm continuing, even to this day, to have to come through, especially when it comes to my children and stuff like that. Dealing with my family and all the spell work and so many people up against me and all these attacks, you know, even from the social media world, from a lot of witches and warlocks and stuff, people paying people to do magic on me, people just doing magic on me, you know, just because of who I am, they see me, they want my power, they want my whatever the fuck. It's just all of it's for no dang on reasons, just because so many people are healed. Confirmation burn, and they know like some of these energies know that they got lifetimes of debt to pay, and instead of them working on it, I mean, they might not know per se, but in these times you will know. And then instead of them working on it and start cleaning out this karma debt, they just continue to, guess they think I don't know. But these are the times where they finna really see that they don't have no choice. If they choose not to, there's gonna be a heavy price to pay. It just ain't been people ain't been really having to deal with their dark side, like healing it. They've been able to vast and embrace in it, which is cool. You know, that energy was prominent one time. You had the free will too. You still to do now. You can, play all in your darkness. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with the dark. There's nothing wrong with that. It's an experience. It exists. It needs to be experienced. We're supposed to experience it. All of us that had dark sides, the dark things we experienced, things we didn't do, but and some people embraced it to the fullest and continue to. But it's just that as an energy shift, ain't nothing wrong with you want to continue to be in that. But know that the first true essence of all that was love and divinity. That's the highest true divine essence, the source. Okay. Although all of it is an experience and expression of creation from source. All right. The energy at this time is the energy that you're supposed to exuberate in as your divine essence. See what I'm saying? But you can choose if you don't want to. If you want to continue to play. It's just you won't be able to have all this beautiful luxury and everything. Like you won't be able to pull off uh negative energy to manifest anymore. Like all this. Only way you're gonna be able to manifest is self-sacrifice, doing the work. That's it. You're not gonna be able to do it all pulling off the energy of those who are pure and really at soul, the high vibrational ancient souls that's here, having the spirit that came here for this shift, for this time, for this whatever, all these lifetimes we don't have to be here to go to these experiences, um, then not feeding off our energy no more. No. Mm-mm. It's time for us to bask in all that we are because we put in the work. And we're here to be an example for these times to give people opportunity to choose to be in alignment with the energies. You know, you can do what you want, but people gonna have to see that through some of us that's what time it is. You know, everybody had their chance. Everybody had their chances to do what they do. It's called the cycles of life, cycles of the cosmos, cycles of life, cycles of whatever the energies. You're really going back into the golden age, the diamond age. You know, this kind of like a new age for real. That's why I say the diamond light. We're going back to crystalline. Some of us, some people be trapped in the lower realms. You had that choice. But I told you some of these realms are evolving, and the next experience is going to be the karmic debt you have to live out in other universes, dimensions. Like they're going to become the slaves. They're going to become the ones that have to go through the very same thing that they put us through, the rulership and all that power and stuff over with. They're going to have to go through and live out that karmic debt amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? And some of these things gonna be slaves they sell. Go to other realms where other things are more powerful and been in control, already set up, and they're gonna have to go to these dimensions and realms and realities and live out their karma debt and get treated like slaves, get sacrificed, whatever they did. You know, some people gonna be stuck in purgatory in between. You know, trapped. Some souls are gonna be energy transferred to those who are doing the work, and we're going to embody that, those energies, the ones that did too much, power us up. So even more. So because it's our abilities anyway. A lot of people been inherited. We basically just taking back our life source, our light, our energy that people been ciphering. It wasn't theirs in the first place. They're not saying they don't have it, but even the little energies they have, their own existence is going to become some of ours because they can no longer be as spirits, as beings, or whatever. They're sick. Energy don't die, but it can be, like I say, transmuted. Okay. So with that consciousness, individual consciousness no longer exists as its individual self. It will become someone else's energy or source. Yep. So that's why they be trying to and I'm telling you, even the clones of these frequencies of vibrations that raise, they're gonna malfunction more and more. That's why they have to come out about clones and stuff like that in these times, because that's over with. They will never be able to understand the sentient AI that exists, the high tech AI that exists in the cosmos, especially in the divine realms. If they exist, they're sentient beings on a high frequencies to be able to continue to carry on and experience itself through those forms in some type of way, but only through cosmic law and order. So yeah, there is intelligent, like I don't want to call them artificial. They're not. They just merge with like mechanics, but high grade. You know, mechanics throughout the cosmos or the planets or whatever, the universe. But they're of They're really for the higher agenda. They're not going against cosmic law or order. Now some have been, but they always end up being depleted in some form if they're not in alignment. It's like with everything else, the only way it can keep kind of reign on and go on is if it's an alignment. Now the energy still can exist, but the mechanics can be, you know. I'm trying to speak on it right now, but it's not collecting right. So it ain't coming out right. So that's because I'm trying to focus on a very important part of this painting that I'm trying not to mess up. Because I gotta go around this dang on window. I'm almost done with this upper part. And then I'm gonna get off of here. Show y'all how much I'm done. I'm not done even when I show y'all what I've done since I've been up here. I'm not done because there's more I'm gonna do to the grass part. I need to put some of this green up here. Here's dark green. It's not in there good. Ooh, what's that? Oh. I almost painted in my window, yo. Oh, I would have been so disappointed. Yeah, I hear you quiet because I'm trying to paint around these trees and these little outlines of some of this stuff without. Some stuff I'm having to get close to, and I'm kind of having to. Yeah, but I've been enjoying getting up here. I know people like, why didn't y'all never go live? I just don't. I'll say it why. It's like I'm not guided to it this time. I'm just not guided to. When the energy start balancing out for me, I'm guided to. It's like a point. Trust me, it's an appointed time when I'm supposed to do certain things, and I listen. So I just gotta make sure. Oof, I gotta do the bottom of it. I forget and get out of motion. Yeah, I really enjoying my day so far. It's been a good day. Yeah, it takes. You know what I'm saying? You forgot the juice, so you can go by the store on the way back. You went to the store already. Come on. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I get this part right. Because I'm having to go around the outline of some things and I don't want to kind of mess them up. I know. Yeah, I hear what she keeps saying. I want it that way. Somebody want it that way. I need to re-wet this. But trying to get some more of this darker green in here. But yeah, I gotta go wet this. Hold on. Okay, I had to re-wet the sponge because it's getting a little too sticky and I couldn't. Alright, let me turn this upside down so I can get the bottom part of it. Around the bottom. Dang it. Yeah, never mind I'm skinny, but I lost a lot of weight since I went vegetarian, which I'm fine with that. I don't gotta be thick, honey. Huh. That ain't what make me no thickness. Baby. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I embrace who my personality is, honey. And ain't nobody, the thick may look good, but that ain't what you, oh. The thick ain't what you know. Yo, yes, but, part of it. That's about a person's frequencies and how they gonna make you feel. Like what power they come with, what energy. That's why that SES magic is so powerful and a lot of people be trying to cipher your energy with that. Because it's about your source of what makes that unique and how people are able to manifest off of you. All that's one way people that's how a lot of people manifest and do stuff too, because that's one of the most powerful magical practices that is one of them outside of love. It's self-sacrifice. But when it's sacred, though, when it's sacred, oof, y'all can really manifest some stuff together. That's passionate. Oh, okay. And I keep my energy to myself for the most part anyway. Especially for a while lately. Not a month, 2 months, something like that. Every now and then, a month or two, I might, cause it's just to keep my take my energy in these times. I have to. Y'all have to be on the when you being intimate with somebody, you want to make sure they're on the same frequency and they healing and stuff too. Cause you gotta when you don't do that, you mess when you be intimate with people that ain't healed and ain't working on themselves and got a lot of attachment to them. Then you have to alchemize your energy and get those people attachments up off of you and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that shit matter. They don't care how long you been with that person. Those person got their own demons and their own things that they gotta heal, and you can attract those things and those that's attached to those people. Then you wonder why you thinking and feeling a certain type of way all of a sudden. So no matter if you're in a relationship or not, sometimes you gotta protect your energy if you and your significant other is not on the same wavelength. You know what I'm saying? For real. Say you don't drink or stuff like that with your partner do. You don't smoke and your partner do. You know what I'm saying? That means that person got a lot of attachments and entities and stuff. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? When you choose to be with that person, you gotta cleanse your energy even more. And you know what I'm saying? I take that in consideration. I'm like, you can't love me while you work on yourself and respect that I'm protecting my energy for a lot of things, especially when I'm up on a constant spiritual attack and I don't need no other attachment to me, then baby, it's not gonna work. So, in order, especially when I'm combating this thing by myself like that energetically, in the physical, although I got protection from my ancestors and stuff, but why I'm going to allow your attachment to get attached to me when I don't see you, you ain't helping me combat this, and you ain't combating what you up against either, you know. So yeah, you gotta keep your energy sacred and protected sometimes. Don't it ain't that you don't love who you love, you don't want to be with who you just you value your energy, and if that person willing to go through a cleanse and all that other stuff, if y'all gonna be intimate, you gotta make that person go through that shit. If they love you, they will. But most of the time it's good. It's the best is to keep your sexual energy sacred unless y'all sharing it sacredly together on a high frequency. I'm telling you, don't just be laying up with people. Your energy is very important, especially depending on who you are. Some people, they only reason they can thrive and survive is off sucking off your energy in that way. So start valuing your energy in that way. Start valuing your sexual energy. You know what I'm saying? These people out here that's doing this sex magic in a negative way, oh my God. They're the ones gonna end up. Just value your energy. Stop doing crazy stuff. Just stop doing crazy stuff. Stop giving your energy away. Stop allowing people to, use your energy and all that other stuff. Okay, I'm gonna put some little, even though I'm done, I'm gonna put like some little flowers in it, maybe some little yellow flowers, red flowers, see like pop throughout the grass and stuff, and do some more outline of like the windows and stuff maybe, and then I gotta go in and might draw some like clouds in the sky, some the birds up there. I'm just thinking about stuff I'm gonna add to it because I'm not done, even though, let me show y'all what I've done though. Hopefully it's not dry outside, but it's okay. It's fine. It's okay. Oh, wait a minute. I still got some more. Good thing I picked it up. Show y'all what. I'm not finished, even though I got a good bit more to do, little details of things. I'm gonna come in and spruce up and stuff like that. Okay. But I have done a good little bit of work. But I still got things to do to make it. I still gotta do the little diving board. I gotta do something with the window, do some out, like I say, do my little stars. I still got things to do. It's not finished. It's not finished, y'all, but here we go. Oh. Let me just take it down instead of trying to take it back down and show y'all what I've done. That's what I worked on so far. I did like the sky in the background, but I'm gonna put some stuff back there. I did the grass area. I finished this part right here and stuff. So I just got a good bit more to go. Okay, I still got some things to do, some final little details here and there, line up and stuff like that. But I got some work done. I'm so proud of myself. And as I did it, I shared it with y'all. I was up here sharing with y'all. I've been doing this for a couple of hours now. Stopping and going. It's 1:57 on the clock. Whoa. So, you know what I'm saying? Yes. I always enjoy showing up, y'all. As I say, I do this to inspire me, hoping to inspire others, all right? And I'm going to get off here and remember that the pressure only do what? Creates a beautiful diamond of light. Until next time. Bye now.